As you all know, I hope you know, the Hewlett Foundation gave us funding to build an algebra course. This is 8th grade algebra, typically in the U.S., introductory algebra. We started this work over a year ago, and for this last 2009, most of what we've done has really been doing prototyping and doing focus group work. Now, the intention was we were going to do this for a few months and then go into full production. After we got into this for a few months, we ran into some issues because what we were making wasn't what we wanted to be making. And so we actually pushed the reset button on this project partway through the year. We're back on track. We're building what we hope to build. The production process has been fully initiated and is working very well right now. It put us off schedule a little bit, but not too bad. Right now, Jess is telling me she's still looking to publish the first semester of this in July of this year. We're hoping to get it out by June as our original schedule, but we're going to push that back at least a month. Right now, July is still looking like a good date. And the expectation for the second semester will be October. So this is still going to be and this will be published to your library, right? So when this is done, you're going to look up in your custom library and it's going to appear, and we'll be supporting it there. So this doesn't change anything you're doing, it's just going to be added to all the resources you currently have. What's it going to look like? Well, it's going to be correlated to all the US state frameworks, for sure at the least. It's also going to be correlated to the Common Core as it stabilizes. So we'll be working with all the curricula guidelines that we all have to work with. It's going to be correlated to a lot of the popular textbooks. I'm not sure how many we're going to do, but now that we have that tool, you can do this with us too. You can make sure it's correlated to the textbooks that are important to you. It's going to have an object architecture just like all the other things we have. This architecture is going to be composed of 12 units, and of which there'll be 26 lessons, and those 26 lessons will be built out of 72 topics. So it'll have that same kind of granularity and structure you're used to with everything we've built. We've designed it around the notion that some of you are going to be using it purely online, and some of you are going to be using it in hybrid use in the classroom. So not dissimilar to other things we've built, it'll have that intention on the design. This one's going to have something a little different. It's going to have some formative assessment built into it. And it's going to be single session formative assessment, meaning when a student is using this course, it's going to be directive about where they go through the content based on their performance. We're not going to be able to capture that information, at least within a single session. But we're actually looking at the possibility of actually having multiple session formative assessment happening at Hippocampus, and we need to talk to you more about that going forward. It's going to have professional development as part of it. We've heard loud and clear from all of you that it's nice to have, but man, we really need PD to go along with this. We've engaged, where's Barbara Tracy? There's Barbara. We've engaged our EDC, as you guys know, EDC, one of the best professional development organizations in the country, as our partners in this. And Ruth and Barbara Tracy from EDC are going to be managing and building the professional development for this product. And finally, it's going to look like a lot of the stuff you've seen from us before. Rich, multimedia-based presentation with multiple instructional elements. What do I mean by multiple instructional elements? It's going to be brought, a lot of different media approaches and teaching approaches are going to be brought together in the same product. At the topic level, each topic will include a warm-up activity that will be primarily text-based. Keep shaking your head if I do this wrong, Jess. It'll have a presentation. Each topic will have a presentation to be composed of video and audio, graphics, animation. Basically, a place where the fundamental concept of this topic is put forth, where examples are put forth. But when you're working at something like algebra, where you're actually grinding through formulas, that's going to happen in a section on work examples. It will be audio-based and graphics-based, working through problems step by step. It'll have a big problem bank. It'll have a review section for basically text-based. It'll even have basically an onboard textbook that as you're going through any of these sections, you can pop open this window and read it as you would traditionally in a textbook. Now, it's not going to be a textbook that we grabbed off the shelf. This one is actually being written and designed for this product, so it's meant to be used online and read online. Again, EDC is actually writing that. At the unit level, there'll be a virtual tutor. For those of you that use the U.S. history course, you know that we have something in a few of the objects called virtual discussion. It's going to be sort of built like that, where there'll be a person on the screen that's going to walk you through the problem, whereas each step along the way, you're asked to participate, to make a decision about which way to go on solving a problem, the strategies involved, the thought involved. and depending on how you answer, it's going to give you feedback on when you need to go this way or that way. So the intention is for those students, it's not just to, you can go through work examples, right? And you can see the steps. But when I was taking math, my problem was knowing strategically how I go forward. How do I do this? What's my thought process? And so the intention of the virtual tutor is to get into that, provide the students some feedback on the strategies for problem solving. There'll be project-based learning at the mostly text at the unit level. And then we're dancing with trying to build some game-based presentation in this as well. Some kind of digital manipulatives. It's a tough task. We're doing the focus group work. We've been just getting some feedback now on that. And it's going to be some balance where there's not so many rules to learn that drives you crazy, not immersive. But at the same time, it's got to embrace our intention of this, which is to show in a gamed format, get to the learning objectives we have in mind, the concepts in mind. So they're going to be simple, casual games. But we're going to have them for those students that really get into that. And we've heard from some of the focus group work that John Watson has been doing that there's a fraction of the students that we've been interviewing that actually like this. So they think it's a cool way to go. Some of them would prefer, call to duty, but we're can't do that. It doesn't make any sense for our teaching instructional purposes. But there are a surprisingly large fraction that like casual games, and that's going to be part of this.